Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Steam Prison, and we are going to get Yune's bad endings. So, I was looking through, and I was thinking, all of my endings are in the ending list, so we could just pick them from there, and we don't have to skip through the text, because, you know, it's going to auto-skip, and we're going to miss the differences. But the weird thing is, certain ones, like this one that we're going to go through, right? If for some reason it starts to skip and we can't go back, I can replay that ending from there. It seems to be in the right spot because I kind of clicked it and I was like, yeah, okay, I remember this ending and I think it's where it is. But some of the other ones, like, for example, load 4, like save 4, it's at a point where I already saved it, so like at the we choose all the negative options and then there's 2 choices. So we don't need to load save 4 or choose all the negative options and then I've already put that save point where this splits off, so there's only 2 choices. Bad ending 1, bad ending 2, right? But if you go into, say, the ending list and you choose it, it doesn't go through the whole thing. And I don't know, maybe when you choose this or this, it goes a certain way and then it splits. But if I start from my save and I choose, say, the first option, it doesn't instantly jump to where, say, the ending jumps to if you play just from the ending. Does that make any sense? Like, so I'm afraid by going into the ending list and saying, I want to choose this ending, you're not going to see all of it. Because if you go through, say, for example, the ending we got, which is the My Time ending, which is the good ending. If you start it and say, okay, I want to watch that ending, and you choose My Time ending, it starts with Elcreed asking him, do you have a dream? And then them talking about the toy shop. You know how much fucking shit you missed before that? So it's not really the true ending. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not the full thing. So it would have been better because then we could see the endings and we don't miss anything. But we're going to start here and we're going to skip. So hopefully when we get to choices, I'm just going to have to, we can't, unfortunately. I'll have to stop the auto text and go back, or we're just going to, like, I eat normally. Because I don't want to, like, click through a million fucking choices. It's going to kill me, but... I think I eat normally. Normal compared to who? Other girls who hardly eat anything? Trying to look better and slimmer is fine, but what makes your body healthy is on the inside, and it needs food, okay? Yes, I'll try to keep that in mind. He scolded me. I feel like I'm in school again. St. Yune didn't pause his voracious eating as we talked. One by one his plates were cleaned until eventually the cart was empty. Thank you. Well then, off to the assembly. I stacked the dishes to make the cleaning go more quickly and asked him whether he was leaving right away. You just ate. Shouldn't you rest a little? I'll just fall asleep if I lie down now. Okay, I'm just going to pretend that we'll skip through. So hopefully we don't miss too much stuff here. You know, if there's any kind of difference, we're not going to see it. So I do apologize. There might be middle scenes. And the only thing that's going to suck is I can't turn off the auto for like here, right? So I'm going to see if I can do it. So we have to say I'm disappointed. But we're going to have to do this and go, okay, we're going to have to skip back. So I can quite easily buy you candy. I'm disappointed that you would doubt me, St. Yune. Why are you pouting? Well, I guess I didn't say that right. You were outside the temple without supervision. You could have tried to escape, but you didn't. That's what surprises me. Oh, okay. He was right. I'd been able to go into town without restrictions. On the way, I'd run into Ark, but that had just been my own bad luck. Okay. Could I have escaped? But where would I have gone? Even if I could have hidden myself somewhere, I was still a criminal. In fact, running away would have added to my crimes. This country is small. I couldn't have run away for long. Hold on, I want to see something. Yeah, I can't, like, choose to go back to, like, you know what I mean? You can't go back to the text. That's unfortunate with the backlog. I can't click and be like, skip back to there where we could do it and then skip through, but anyway. Besides, running away would be an admission of guilt. I wasn't going to do that. Oh, well, I'm glad you came back. And there's less work for me that way. And I also get candy. So much chocolate. Don't you like it? No, I like chocolate, but I've never eaten so much of it. You bought a lot of different ones, and I think that's basically kind of where we were. And again, I really don't know if there's going to be any kind of scene in here that's slightly different. We're just going to try to do the endings, but I'm doing the best I can with the limited, with, unfortunately, look. If we had to redo the game and it didn't save my saves, sure, we'd be able to do this and But if that had happened, we wouldn't be doing this because it would have been too devastating. So, I lost 10 parts of the game and had to redo it, and you lose a little bit of info that we might be accidentally skipping over that I'm not sure about. So, look, okay, you're at least getting the endings. It's, but we're also not getting these choices. So, hopefully we're not missing anything too crucial, but, where are we? That's dangerous. Okay. But the depths are dangerous. Dangerous? Do you know who you're talking to? Did you forget what happened yesterday? And there's nobody who can injure me. And besides, I'm only going to the Sanctuary District, and that's Temple territory, administered by the Hounds, and there shouldn't be a problem. The Hounds? I suddenly remembered Sir Sashin. I hope he's not going to insult St. Yune. If you don't want to go with me, you can stay here. No, I'll go. I'm your attendant. I have to go with you. What? You sound like a dog. Okay, can you go change right now? You can't walk around in the depths dressed like that, which is basically where we were. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I clicked, but it didn't stop, and I don't feel like scrolling back. It's okay. 4,000 years old. What? How dare you? Basically. We were supposed to talk to Finn, which we did, so okay. Let's run away. Okay. We shouldn't bother with him. Let's run away. I clicked that fast. The other time I clicked, but it didn't register, so it's okay. To where? I don't know this area. You don't? Then where are we going? Nowhere in particular. This place is totally different from how it used to be. When was that? You there! What are you talking about? Who do you think you're... There's no need to yell. Let me handle this, okay? Okay, so robbery target thing. Okay. Elk Creed. Gorgeous. Showing up in the house. Okay, so I've just got to kind of skip through this. So this is where we're talking to him, and then Ulrich's going to come, and then he's going to ask us to kill him, and this is where our ending kind of comes in, so... And again, this one, it seems like if we go from the ending list and just choose it, it kind of picks up here, but I would just have to have explained, okay, so blah, 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 when Yune asked us to kill him, and we were hesitating, and then Elk Creed jumped in and was like, what the fuck are you doing in my goddamn parlor? I don't want blood everywhere. Doesn't go with my decorating scheme. The fuck? But this time we're gonna be like, all right. So. Okay, so this is where he comes back. Arson Climb, who were you? Mutual acquaintance, really? Okay, blah, blah, blah. So they're talking. And then he's like, prove it. Prove. Why? It's obvious it's him. Yeah, but he doesn't exist and he's a legend, so prove it, because I'm not gonna fucking tell you shit. Okay, I will. Spacey, the time has come. Attack me with that sword. But if I do that, you'll be wounded and perhaps die. But that's the only way to show him who I am. Let's go. The man who attacked St. Yune in the temple hallway had been torn apart by glass shards. The man who had tried to shoot St. Yune in the depths had lost an arm. So how will it end for me? What's going to happen? Of course I had known that I was going to die eventually, but now that the time was perhaps close, my hands trembled. I wanted to somehow dodge my fate and desperately tried to find a solution. Maybe I can convince the other man to have this order belayed. I looked up and opened my mouth. I feel like this kind of few lines might be slightly different, and if you start with the click the ending, you don't get this, but I can't quite remember... I remember everything else, like, prove you're him. Okay, Spacey, kill me. And then I don't quite know where it deviates from there. Like, do we have these thoughts? Like, maybe I cannot do this? Oh, no, well, I do remember Ulrich saying this, so... Miracles of the saint, loved by the world, ending those who try to harm him. Fascinating. I'm a busy man. Get going. He wasn't going to help. Despair washed over me. Like, I don't know if it's exactly the same or slightly different, but I saved you so you would kill me. Do your job. There's nobody who could harm St. Yune, and I promised him that I would try to kill him. Promises must be kept. I finally worked up the courage. Yes, but I have one question. I probably won't be able to kill you. I expect I'll die. That isn't what I promised I would do. Do you mind? No, it's not what I was hoping for, but the fault isn't yours. I'm not going to kick your corpse for failing. Thank you. I took a few deep breaths, leveled the sword at St. Yune, and went into an attacking stance. This is almost like practice. Real combat was much more hectic. Ha! Yeah, it's slightly different where it's... I don't know where it actually starts because it's weird, but there was a shrieking sound of metal and flesh being rent. Oh no, most of what I'd heard had come from within myself. I could feel pain in my stomach. I was still holding my own sword in my hand. Then what? Oh, one of the swords displayed on the walls had buried itself in me. The tip came out my chest. I had no way to pull it out the back. I went down on the floor, unable to bear the pain. Yep, she couldn't kill me. Did I do well? Yes, you did. You did a good job. Good. That's good. And there you have your proof. Does that convince you that I'm Yune? Yeah, it does. Good. Then lead me to Arsenkleim. This way. The young man vanished. St. Yune made to follow him. In the end, he turned around and came to me. Thank you for everything. Rest in peace, Spacey. The touch of his finger was cold upon my eyelids. I'm going to die here. I'd been prepared for it as well as I could have been, but it still frustrated me. The pain was beginning to fade along with my consciousness. I had so many regrets and things left undone, I didn't know where to start. But here I am, dying. Father, Mother, I'm coming now. The end. So we died. But like, in the second load, so the one where we decide to not talk to Finn, it starts if you choose. So that ending was a promise kept ending. But this one is a thread unbroken ending if we don't talk to Finn. But where it starts and the ending is it misses a bunch of stuff. So talking to him changes nothing. He was with the hounds now. He'd been sent to the depths due to me. Apologizing to him wouldn't do him any good. I have no right to talk to him. I'd reached a decision and shook my head. It'd be better not to talk to him. I'm here as your attendant. My private matters shouldn't interfere. All right, if that's what you want. Okay, so this is where he goes back to his station. Thank you for your service, blah, blah, blah. Anything you want to see in the sanctuary districts or this? I'm just going to click through because I'm not sure where it splits. But this is where they're having the conversation about take me outside the wall. And they're like, okay, we're going outside the wall. And like, the wall, outside the wall. Huh? Okay. You know, so then we sit across from Sasha and we're going through the lift. We're in the depths. Place changed. Huh, really? Let's go. Okay, we're walking. All right. And then where's he headed? St. Yune didn't pause at all as he navigated the crowds. I'm not sure. I think that might have happened. I have a bad feeling about this. People are wearing different clothes, gazes, hope nothing happens. And then I think the man might come up. You there, boy. A man's coming up to him. Okay, so this is the same thing. I'm not sure where it splits, you know what I mean, of us not talking to him. So, I don't think this one mattered. So I had chose he's dangerous. Please stand back, this man is dangerous. I know, I'm not that stupid. Then why? Did you forget? I'm immortal. He can't do anything. And if he does manage to kill me, I want you to throw a big party. Hey, you listening to me? Blah, blah, blah. My ears are perfect. Okay, so now we're discussing with the man, and then the gun comes out and all that stuff. Okay. I just don't want to do this through the whole thing, but I know that I'm not sure where it splits. Creed, I love you so much every time you show up. I don't know how people don't love you. You're so goddamn sexy. Like, how? How do you get to this game and be like, Elk Creed, Yune, yay! I don't know, you've got problems. Look, I get some people like the lolly boys, but I just find it a little creepy. I'm too fucking old for the lolly boys, okay? For God fucking sakes, Elk Creed's too fucking young for me, alright? Like... Yeah, nope, he's still too young for me. Anyway, okay, so, you know what, I'm just gonna skip this. Okay, so, he comes, we don't kill him. They're having their conversation. I'm just gonna click if I think we're getting there. They had their conversation, we're talking about the thing. I don't know where it splits, you know? Oh, okay, so I think here I was like, Because save 3, we choose the negative one, so are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna read it, it's fine, like, whatever. Are you still hungry? Ha ha ha, make fun of him. Oh, we're going out. No, I think that's fine. Oh, here we go. Sorry. So... See, we skipped back too far. Son of a bitch. So see, this is my problem. This is why it sucks. But anyway, dodge this fate, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this is when we were starting to turn around and go back. We wouldn't have to, like, kill him, blah, blah, blah. And then something hit me on the head. What? I collapsed to the ground. Oh. St. Yune didn't notice and vanished into the darkness. My vision faded, and I was plunged into darkness as well. Water. In the depths of my unconsciousness, I heard drops of water. Psh, psh. It was a quiet melody. Oh. The drops grew louder and more frequent. Steadily they grew until it reached a torrent that ripped my mind back to reality. My head hurts. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this, but this is the problem. Like, I should have just kept clicking and I was like, no, we can go. Ah, fuck! Because I didn't know where it split, but... my senses returned as well. I could move my limbs. Good. I wasn't dead. Then what happened? Oh, good. I thought you might not wake up. Someone is here. I remembered his voice from somewhere. Don't force yourself. You should rest a little longer. Yes. I knew his voice. Finn? Is that you? Yes. A long time no see, Spacey. I opened my eyes and saw Finn. My head was placed on his lap. I tried to sit up, but my head hurt too much. Are you alright? I think I hit you too hard. You see, the thing is this would, I think, play the sound, but I don't have the sound on, like the voice acting on, so you can't skip back, which I don't like. Sometimes you can skip back to that page, but... Oh, are you alright? I think I hit you too hard. Hit me? You? Yes. I didn't want to hurt you, but I had to separate you from St. Yune. It was my only option. Why did you want us separated? What are you talking about? St. Yune was alone in the city now. That was a big problem. No, don't move, please. Your head must still hurt. Yeah, and whose fault is that? And see, and it's this, too. It's this kind of shit. None of the other love interests, can we just say this? None of the other love interests, when you're not interested in them, as creepy as everyone wants to claim Elk Creed is, okay? I'm sorry, it just bothers me on my core, okay? It's offensive to me that everybody hates him so much. Oh, he's so creepy, Barbie. Really? When we were in Ulrich's route and we were kind of in love with him, he was like, oh, I'm gonna hit on you. And we were like talking about Ulrich, he's like, I'm gonna put you two together. He didn't try to get in our pants. He was like, I'm gonna set you guys up. It'll be cute. Right? He was a fucking wingman, okay? In this route, he's not like, hey, hitting on us. He's like, oh, you two. Okay, let's leave Ulrich. He's a fucking wingman. Ulrich could give a shit less about us in any route, including his own, which, whatever. Okay, fine. Adage, whatever. Inez, whatever. Nobody else tries to fucking kill us or kidnap us or maim us or abuse us in other fucking people's routes. Just this motherfucker. But I'm supposed to love his ass? Look, I fell for that in Amnesia. Yukio did nothing wrong, okay? He was fine, he was great, and he was wonderful. And I'll defend Sana and Hakuoki. He did nothing wrong! He just made a mistake and everyone was mean to him and that's why he went crazy. But this motherfucker, look, I understand you suffered some fucking abuse from Sashin, but I'm just gonna need you to get a therapist, not fucking beat me over the head and stab my boyfriend. Like, fuck you. Like, fuck Finn, okay? Just like... And it's gonna really suck when you play his route, because it's gonna be like, it should be magical, and it should feel good and cute and fluffy, and I should like you, but I remember all the shit you did in the bad routes, and I'm like, bitch, no. Bitch, no. Like, everybody, one bad ending is always this motherfucker trying to kill us. All I'm saying. Finn is a goddamn psycho. Like, I don't understand. I mean, yes, I kind of wanted his route because I'm curious about it, and I want to read it, and I feel like we should have the full game. So, okay, we're getting that translation. Awesome. Hopefully soon, because it's fully translated according to Manga Gamer. You know, it's already, so it just depends on when they release it, but I feel like if it had come out, or if I hadn't played the game until it had come out, at least done it first, because I feel like that should have been your first route, you know? Then maybe it would have been sweet and nice. You would have been like, oh, he's so great, oh, Finn. And then you do this, and then you're like, oh! But now I know what a psycho you are, it's going to make it salty. I'm just going to be like, oh, it's too much salt in this sugary candy route. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I might be able to be like, it has cute moments, but fuck Finn deep down underneath, because that route is going to have to be some goddamn motherfucking magical peanut butter candy land for me to not hate Finn when it's over still. Okay. I might be able to appreciate the route on its own, but I'm still going to be like, look, the route was great on its own, but like, fuck Finn in general, because fuck Finn in general. Hey, you did a great, wonderful thing by helping us before in the good ending, but like, still overall, fuck you. I don't get it. I don't get it. Elcreed's better. Sorry. Fight me. You know what? No, don't. You take Finn and you go off in your corner with him and fight with all the people who love him, and me and nobody else will be over here loving Elcreed. It's great. I get to keep him to myself. I don't have to fight anybody for him, so have fun. Anyway, yeah, and whose fault is that, asshole? I ground my teeth and forced myself to sit up. I can't stay. I need to find St. Yune. I'm sorry, but please don't waste my efforts. I'm not going to let you go. Finn held me back. Let go. I won't. You'll just disappear again if I let you. And then you'll be somewhere I can't reach you. Being with someone other than me. This is like psycho fucking territory. And there's no way I can let that happen, right? Spacey, we finally meet again. Be with me, like it was in the Heights. We're partners. We have to cover each other's backs. Yeah, that sounds right. And the reason you were assigned to the Hounds, if there's a way to make amends for that, I'd love to. And then But I'm serving St. Yune now. I need to be with him. I know it's selfish, but please. Finn, are you listening? Yes, you're selfish. Don't care about my feelings or what they've done to me in the Hounds. Laughing happily with him. Look, I understand Sashin is an abusive douche. But, like, I'm going to guarantee you in his route, when he gets framed for a murder and we're in the Hounds, we don't get psycho and try to murder him after that. I'm just saying. Okay? So, like, fuck Finn. But don't worry. I'm not angry. I forgive you because you're more important than anyone else to me. I couldn't be upset with you. He does not have the excuse of having, like, some kind of space entity bashed into his brain making him crazy. He got no one to blame for his crazy but his own goddamn self, okay? Maybe a little bit Sashin, but mostly himself. We promised we'd meet again, didn't we? You said it wasn't the last time. You gave me the hope I needed to survive here, Spacey. So please, stay with me. If I had a bunny, he'd fucking be boiling it. Is this person really the Finn I knew? Unfortunately. His gaze was sharp and empty, like an animal's. The Finn I knew was gone. What happened to you, Finn? What did they do to you? You were gone, so I had to rely on myself. And I became stronger and grew fangs that a hound would be proud of. And I learned how to tear them into someone's throat. There wasn't a single day here that I didn't think about you. I wanted to meet you so badly. I kept wishing for it. And then you came. It's fate, right? We're fated to be together no matter how far we were apart. Saint Yunei is loved by everyone. He has everything, but I have only you. I am the one who really needs you, and I'm the one you should choose. I won't be a distant memory for you. You're everything to me. You're my past, my present, and my future. I won't let that line be broken. How could things end up like this? I don't want to believe that this is Finn. But no, he was definitely Finn. Fuck Finn. What did they do to him in the Hounds? It was my fault he had changed so much, but I also hate that she blames herself. But I mean, it's really just because I don't like Finn. Like, I low-key kind of hate him. And I'm like, don't blame yourself for his fucking craziness. What the fuck? It's not our fault that Warner and Fitzgerald killed our parents, framed us, and he ended up here. It is not our fucking fault. Did you kill your parents, Spacey? No. Then it's not your fucking fault. I mean, yeah, indirectly, like, so me getting convicted of a crime that I didn't commit, and that he's an innocent bystander and basically got dragged down with me, which is unfair. But we should be more mad at the people who murdered my parents and sent me down here than we are at ourselves, because, again, not our fucking fault. It's the fucking fault of the stupid fucking system that we have. Hello? And the fucking assholes who killed my parents. But we'll take the blame. It's all my fault. No! 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 Nuh-uh! Nah. Is it my fault we didn't talk to him? Yeah, but also doesn't mean that, oh, well, I guess he's justified in beating me over the head, dragging me somewhere, and then trying to kill me. No! 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 I accept certain bullshit in these games. Like, okay, I kind of understand the crazy bullshit and I'll accept it. But no! Not our fault. Finn was now a hound. Yeah, well, that's Sasha's fault, but I'm scared of him now. Scared he might bite my hand when I reach out. Finn, out of the way. No! This is going badly. I really don't want to hurt you. You mean so much to me. I don't want to hurt or scar you. You have to stay pure. Finn, I could have drawn my sword and cut him down. I knew that on a rational level, but I couldn't move. I can't just cut down my old partner. Girl, you need to stop being fucking stupid. Let go! My meek demands were left unheeded, and Finn chuckled. If words don't get through to you, well, maybe I have to teach you what I mean. And gently and carefully, until you understand my feelings. So, okay, we went down that bad ending with you where you got fucking rapey, and that's basically what you're implying, but everyone's still like, Finn! Fuck this psychopath! I love you, Spacey. You're mine. Someone help! Help! I can't scream. Hey, look there! The uniform's from the Sanctuary District! He's taken her! One of the men grabbed Finn by the shoulder and punched him in the face. When Finn staggered back, another blow hit him. Don't hold back on the dog! Give it to him! The men began to kick Finn, lying on the ground. Run away, girl! But, run home now! This is what we wanted, and, like, I'm sorry. No, don't leave me, Spacey! It's just some kind of fucked up shit that... Oh yeah, it's not done. I'd run away as fast as I could. I'm saved. If those men hadn't come, Finn would have... Finn, don't leave me. I couldn't forget his screams. Again, this is fucking bullshit. I'd wanted to stay there, but I had instinctively run away. Yeah, because Finn is a psychopath who was going to fucking rape you, basically. And now you're like, but it's my fault. No, it's not. I need to go back. No, you don't. Dumb ass. Like, I don't know how, I mean, I know it's a bad ending, but like, I don't know how anybody can play all of these and want a Finn route and not be like, well, no, he's just misunderstood and it was ever, and not think that this is like some fucked up shit. Look, I understand sometimes we play fucked up games and you're like, I'm here for the fucked upness. But it's kind of funny because, like, some people will be like, oh my God, I can't play, like, certain games because, like, the content, blah, blah, blah. But you love Finn? I mean, I'm assuming those same people don't, but it's just weird. I don't know. Look, we all have our weird kinks. And I guess mine in this game is the glasses whore that everybody thinks is a pervert, but I don't like the rapey psychopath, and everybody thinks he's so charming. I don't know what planet I'm on, but it's great. I hate Finn, okay? Fucking hate him. I wanted to not say that. I wanted to be like, I just don't like Finn. But no, I fucking hate him. Like, low-key, I don't know. They're gonna have to do some kind of magic shit for me to be like, oh my God, I was wrong about Finn the whole time. Like, when I play as Route, I'm just saying. Anyway, I have a new workplace, and I want to do my best there. You shouldn't give up either. That's true. I'm sorry. Until next time, we will meet again. Was that me saying that to... At that part, I don't know. It sounded like it was supposed to just be him, but I don't know. The Finn from back then no longer existed. Finn had changed, but it's my fault he changed. Shut up! No, it's not! Ugh, you deserve to die. If it hadn't been for me, he wouldn't have been sent to the hounds. Okay, kinda, sort of, but it's also, again, not your fault he was sent to the hounds because you didn't kill your parents. We're basically acting like, I mean, I killed my parents, or I made a bad decision and I chose to break the law and then Finn got sent here and I'm blaming myself. Yes, then it would kind of be your fault. Did you kill your parents? No. Then it's not your fucking fault. Ugh! She makes me, you know what? She deserves to die in these endings when she's saying this fucking bullshit. You can feel bad, and like, I feel guilty and I feel bad because indirectly, me being blamed for my parents' death sent him down here, and I care about him, but it's not your fault. It's not my fault you were sent down here, but my injustice and your injustice, it's bullshit, and we're gonna fix this. It's the shitty system. Okay? The shitty system. He would still be living in the Heights. That was... This guy's tough. He's still not dead. Put the stupid gun away. You want him to die already? I think we should break his fingers next. The men were still subjecting Finn to abuse on the ground. Yeah, see, Finn's ending, it picks up somewhere when you're back here, so you miss all of that other stuff. And it's kind of weird because that's not the ending. You know? His red cloak was torn to shreds. I can't change Finn back. But I can't abandon him either. There was a whole group of them. I had no chance in a straight fight. I need to be swift and careful. I blended into the night to approach the group. The weakness in Finn's voice hurt my heart. Don't die. Don't die, okay? This is fucking stupid. I snuck up on the group and reached for the hilt of my sword. Stop hurting him! What? Hey, aren't you the girl from earlier? Get away from him! Otherwise I'll cut you down. Fucking stupid. We deserve to die. We saved you, you ungrateful bitch! Exactly, I'm kind of with them. Looking at your clothes, you gotta be from the Heights yourself. The men glared aggressively at me. Good. Aha! I rammed the hilt of my sword into the stomach of one of the men carrying a club. Ugh! I immediately switched targets. Be calm but quick. I hit the next one with the flat of my blade. Ugh! I leveled the tip at the man squirming on the ground and warned him, get lost before I shed your blood. Fuck. They accepted their defeat and vanished like smoke. But again, we're kicking the ass of men who saved us, you ungrateful bitch. We are an ungrateful bitch. This was not like we're having an argument, it's a misunderstanding. He is a psycho, rapey bastard. Sure, she doesn't know how murdery he is because she didn't live through all those other endings like we did, but, and I get it, you feel kind of guilty, but God, anyway. I'm glad this didn't drag out. I wasn't too happy with their methods, but they had saved me. I felt sorry for attacking them and sheathed my sword, turning my attention to Finn. Smartest shit she said in this path. Or this ending, anyway. Finn! Good, he's still breathing. You came to save me. Yeah, I'm sorry I ran away. Even though you were rapey and abusive and psycho and I hate you and you deserve to die, but okay. These wounds are serious. They have to be treated right away. I'll take you to Elcreed's house. Can you stand? Elcreed? Look at him! Even now, he's thinking of fucking beating the fuck out of us for this. Yes, he governs this district. He should be able to save you. Why are you with another man, Spacey? I'll steady you. Let's go. Finn pressed his lips together and stood up. I tried to support him, but he was too heavy, and we both tumbled and fell. I'm sorry. Are you okay? I'll do a better job. Let's try having you stand up. I heard a sharp cut in the silence. It happened so fast that I couldn't process it. What just... My stomach hurt. The burning pain spread through my body. Spacey, there's blood. Blood? I looked down at Finn. Blood was dripping on his face. When did Finn get those wounds? No, that isn't his blood, I realized. It was mine. I realized I'd been shot and pressed my hand against my stomach. The pain was searing, enveloping my whole body. Not gonna lie, I don't feel bad for her. She fucking deserves to die for saving Finn. I know, he's our friend and we care about him, but I'm sorry. Nope. Spacey! Finn caught me when I collapsed. Stay here. Don't die, please. Man, we even came to help you, grateful bitch. You bastard. Well, he's gonna end up dead now too, but... Finn laid me down and drew his sword. He rose unsteadily and faced the man. You think that toy is gonna do you much good? A shot went through Finn's left shoulder. Finn didn't even blink and closed the distance to the man. You think that toy will do you much good? He lopped the man's hand clean off. Then he plunged his sword into the man's stomach. A fountain of blood came gushing out. Finn slammed his shoulder into the man, heedless of blood splattering onto him. The man was lying on the ground now. Finn put his boot on the man's right arm. You won't need this anymore. He put his weight behind the sword and thrust down on the arm. It snapped off like a little branch. Shut the hell up! Finn glared at the man and drew his sword across his throat. And this is the person that everybody loved. Oh, but he's misunderstood. No! He's a fucking psycho! Okay. As long as we're clear. The man twitched as he died, and blood ran out onto the ground in all directions. Even when he was dead, Finn stabbed the motionless corpse. Finn. With every swing, he seemed a little less human. It was too pitiful. I forced myself to call his name through the pain. Finn, stop it! Finn snapped back. He thrust his sword aside and ran over. He placed my head on his lap and reached for my wounded stomach. Oh no, you've lost so much blood. I can't stop it. Look, I'm full of blood as well. Finn put his blood-stained fingers on my cheek. I could taste iron in the blood that reached my lips. Finn, how did you feel about me? I trusted you. You were a wonderful partner. I had so much I wanted to ask and say, but my mouth didn't obey. My thoughts began to fade as well, swallowed by the haze in my mind. Good night, Spacey. It's all right. I'll be there soon as well. Just wait for me. Again, you assume that I give a fuck. We'll always be together. Like, this is like, I'm just saying. Okay, load, save 3. Made back in July. We pick all the negative options. So let's scroll back up. Let's run away, which we'd already kind of done. We've already done that one. Elcreed! Look, I don't understand. You're perfect. So people are just freaking weird. I don't get it. He's telling his story. We need to return to the Heights. I'm just going to skip through the thing. Like, look. No. It's a little hard to keep stopping. So, okay, this is when we're leaving. He's he's someone important. We come back. I'm not sure where this ending Okay, so here's Arson Climb. I'm not sure where this ending splits. You know what I mean? Okay. Not Arson Climb. This is Sinkable Arc, whatever his name is. Okay, so this is still stuff. Oh, right. Okay, so this is where... Okay, so wait. Okay, Yune went to the depths. We went out to get candy. We came back. We find him passed out. I think... St. Yune's gone. There's nobody... Was this where it is? Someone was lying on the floor? No. Okay. I don't remember where the ending splits. Was I breathing? Okay, this is all the same. I'm not sure. This is the only thing that sucks is, like, I don't know where the ending splits, so... That was unusual. I would never have expected him to find him collapsed on the floor. He must be joking. Maybe this was just a joke by him, a really bad joke, but it was possible. I'm really tired, I should just go to bed. Okay. Again, I'm not sure where our punishment ending. So this is our dream. Okay. Okay, and then we get our, I had a dream of him, but I'm not in love with him. Oh, right. Okay. So we keep going with this. And then is there no other way? Night fell and I still have no answer. I still only have till tomorrow. Okay. Let me hear your answer. Okay, so I'm sorry, no. Okay, so this is... So she basically says, I can't accept because we chose no. Why not? I lost my job and I'm still a former police officer. I need to uphold the law. Even keeping it a secret would be difficult for me. I'm sorry. I see. Well, that's too bad. I don't think the ending splits... Oh, actually, maybe it is. I don't know. St. Yune muttered sadly, then stood up. This might be where the ending is. I thought he'd be more upset. I was relieved, but also disappointed. It felt a little unreal. I'm glad he took it in stride, though. Relieved, I made a curt bow and began to leave. I stood up. He bumped against me. St. Yune? Suddenly I felt a sharp pain in my stomach. It's such a shame, really. Such a shame. I really liked you. I became more aware of the pain as he spoke. Breathing heavily, I looked down. A knife was buried in my stomach. St. Yune's hands were closed around the hilt. But... St. Yune held me in place and pushed the knife in further. Oh, up to the hilt now. Human beings are softer than I thought. Why? I don't need you if you're not going to kill me. Besides, I gave you a month, right? We're long past that. People have to be punished if they can't stick to the timetable. St. Yune let go of me and pushed me down. Goodbye, Spacey. And again, this kind of makes you like, what a dick. So, I think we should be in a relationship together. And then he kills you, and you're like, so I don't, again, kind of feel like the romance was really real. If you're... Okay. Alright. Look, I still like Yune better than Finn, but I also just don't believe in the romance at all on this route. So, see, Yune? Hey, are you dead yet? Whoops. Okay, dead then. I guess even a fruit knife is enough to die. It didn't even take long. Humans are so frail. Hey, remember what I said? That I liked you quite a lot. I think I could have fallen in love with you. It's sad that you'd betray me. It's so cruel that you'd pick the law over me. He's a little bit of a psycho, too. My chest hurts. Because you died. Because I killed you. It's sadness. It hurts so much. Look. Look. The pain, it won't stop. Maybe I can die. You've given me peace. I can be at peace. So the thing about this ending, okay, we're not there yet. Saint Yune, are you there? There's no answer. He's expected at the assembly chamber today. Saint Yune! Saint Yune! Shut up. So, like, initially when I first got this ending, I was like, okay, like, it's kind of fucked up that he stabbed us, but it's kind of beautiful if, like, he actually died after killing me. Like, oh, well, we kind of succeeded in killing it, but then he didn't die, and it's like, oh, well, I mean... So I'm not sure what's better or worse. You know, I mean, there's good and bad things about both. Like, it would have been kind of almost like, well, you're kind of a dick because you stabbed me, but then you're thinking about it and then you die. It's kind of sweet. We die together. Look, I know we just did that in Finn's route. I mean, he didn't kill us, but it's like, oh, we're going to die. Fuck Finn, okay? Just like fuck him for everything. And I still don't like, oh, go Yune! It's like, you still killed us, and that kind of makes you a douche, but there's kind of a fucked up beautifulness to, like, then he dies after killing us. Like, but then he doesn't. So you're like, oh, well, that ruins it. But at the same time, it also makes it better. So it's like both ways would be better than the other for different reasons. So, like, I don't know which way I would prefer. Like, oh, he died after he... Like, oh, it hurt him so much to kill us because he actually did love us that he died because he killed us. Or this, he didn't die. Like, you're like, oh, you're going to die. Oh, you didn't. You know what? It kind of serves you right. Like, I got two sides of a coin, and I'm like, both of them are really good, and I don't know which way I swing on this one. But anyway, no need to yell, Warner. I can hear you. I'm sorry. Blah, didn't die. Thanks for helping me with this experiment, Spacey. Rest in peace. Like, it's kind of a fucked up ending, though, and you're like, well, Yune's kind of a dick, too. You know what I mean? Like, but... I mean... Alright, so... We'll save 4, you go through and you pick all the negative options, but... What happens is, then you get to this. If you choose all the negative options from that save 4 point, which is basically right when you're coming back in the elevator, and you start saying, he's my old partner, I'm glad he's alive, blah, blah, blah. We get to this. Stay with him until he dies, end your relationship. And now you choose, and these are the other 2 bad endings within save 4. So, thankfully I saved here. We're just going to start here. And again, here, if you do the lingering scent or let's meet again ending, which are these 2, the last one we just did was punishment ending, by the way, in case you were curious. But if I choose, like, the lingering scent ending, it doesn't start after you make a choice. It goes further on. So I'm not sure if either one of these choices, it totally branches off, or you choose them and they kind of go along the same path and then split. You'd think they'd be different. But you know what I mean? Like, they could be like, here's a different, like, couple of lines, and then it goes on the same path, and then they split. But I'm not sure. So we'll just kind of, when we do the next one, if we have to skip through a little bit, we'll just click through, because I don't know where they branch. So anyway, stay with him until he dies. This is the lingering scent ending. I can't do it. I can't leave. It was too late to leave now. He was too important to me. I knew it was going to end this way. This was the end that lay in store for us from the moment he suggested this relationship. We were in love, so he would die. I should do what I promised I would. Being with him until the very end was the very best way I could show my love to him. He wanted me to stay with him until the end. I wanted to give him that. I continued to accompany Saint Yune every day, supporting him where I could. Nobody else knew that no more miracles would appear. However, everyone could see that he was growing weaker. As the end approached, Saint Yune stopped giving audiences to the people. He was a symbol of eternal peace. We didn't want to worry the people. Most of the time he stayed in his room doing administrative work. Slowly but surely the end approached. St. Yune, how do you feel? Not bad, or so I'd like to say, but I'm too weak to sit up now. St. Yune was lying in bed, frail and looking at the ceiling. I wanted to be in a field of grass when I died, but I don't think that's happening. People will see you outside. Yes, I know. When they find out that I'm dead, there will be chaos. But for now, I'm still alive, and I want them to be safe. When you think about it like that, my death is rather selfish. There'll be chaos in the streets. St. Yune, hey, Spacey, I have one last request. What is it? I want you to kiss me. I'm too weak to do anything myself. I want to feel your kiss at least once. Can you do that for me? A kiss. He had taught me before what to do. It was a symbol of love. And again, you don't know what a kiss is? Like, what kind of fucked up weird ass society is this? I understand that you don't like the whole falling in love and that's not sanctioned and I can't do that, but I don't know how to kiss. You've never seen your parents. Like, it's fucked up. I said nothing and gently pressed my lips on his. It was a fleeting kiss, both our first and our last, and felt like a sacred vow. Thank you. It's so unfair. And now of all times I have so many desires. So many. I wanted to travel with you. I wanted to live with you. I know I said I wanted to die, but I'm sorry that I'm so full of contradiction. Tears welled up in his eyes, glittering as they ran down his cheeks. St. Yune. St. Yune's road had been long and ended in apology. He said no more. His breathing ceased. In time, his body would grow cold. Goodbye, St. Yune. He couldn't hear me anymore. Silence followed me. It's funny because his endings all have like epilogues to the endings, which is weird. St. Yune had died. When their saint died, there was great unrest for a time. But in time, the heights calmed down. I thought this was interesting because it's like, here's the heights up here, and like, look how fucking big the depths are. Like, only this is the sanctuary district. Like, this is fucking huge. And like this tiny little stick holds up all this bullshit. I'm sure these little, the little spinny wheels around it are somehow like magical. Because otherwise, this little stick, dude, that shit would topple over. Anyway. I rebuilt my family name. Before his death, St. Yune had restored it to peerage after it was stripped in the wake of my parents' murder. His will had made it clear. Guaranteed that Spacey to Stella can live freely. I chose a path which my family had walked before me, that of a politician. I wanted to guide the people towards the light after the symbol of their faith had died. You know, because I kind of killed him, so... I was waiting for a new friend to help me govern. No, he's not a new friend. I was a little nervous as I waited for him. Apologies. Finn! I'm Finn Euclid. I've come to take up my post. It's been a long time, Spacey. Yes, you're my superior now. I should probably address you more formally. No, it's alright. I'm glad to have you back, Finn. Still don't fucking trust you, but this Spacey is none the wiser. You called, so I came gladly. Politicians had ample work to do. It had been recommended to take on a secretary. I'd been thinking about whom I could rely on for that, and the first one I'd thought of had been my old partner. When my innocence was proven, he could have returned to the Heights, but he chose to stay with the Hounds for some reason. Because of that, I hadn't been sure he would accept the post of secretary. It was an odd reunion, I thought. You must be tired after the journey. You have the day to rest. Thank you. I look forward to working with you again. Yes, as do I. Finn made a deep bow and left the room. I sighed and got up, knowing I had other business to attend to. Delegates took care of a great amount of complex work. I was quietly in awe of my father. He'd work from dawn until dusk, and yet he never grumbled at home. I hope I can be just as relaxed. I worked very hard every day. I was still standing in my father's shadow, and I had to do something with the chance St. Yune had left me. I smelled something familiar. It was sweet. Chocolate. The same chocolate he had loved. For a moment, I thought I saw him in the corner of my eye. But when I stopped and looked around, there was nobody near me. I couldn't sense anybody in the vicinity. My mind's playing tricks on me. Lady Testella, here you are! A servant rushed towards me. Today's assembly will take place 10 minutes ahead of schedule. Please hurry. I see. I'll be there. Here it is. I feel like this CG is probably like my favorite just because it's so painful. It's so good. Because you're like, even though like Yune isn't my favorite, like she kind of cared about him and he died and then there's just his ghost and it's like, oh, it's so bittersweet and it's a little pang. You're like, oh, it hurts a little. It's beautiful. Like, I grimaced, feeling that was on too short notice, and walked towards the chamber. I often walked this hallway with him. And not just that hallway. Together, he and I had visited every corner of the temple. There were still many who couldn't accept that their ostensibly immortal priest had died. I was probably one of them, hanging on to the hope that he was somewhere nearby, just out of sight. But I have to look at the future, not the past. The future ahead of us was endless. As long as you kept walking, there would always be something to find there. I was determined to forge a path for our country that would preserve all that Saint Yune had built. Like, I feel like, at least in that ending, normally, like, you're like, oh, okay, like, in the good ending, I don't feel like the romance was really there. And then, yeah, we had the good ending, and okay, we're gonna have, and you're gonna, okay, maybe it'll grow, but I just don't feel like it was there for her. This one, I feel like almost it was better, because, you know, okay, he's dying, and you could say, okay, it's been, like, months, maybe. That maybe while we were slowly, like, pretending love him, we kind of fell in love with him, and then he was slowly dying. And it kind of goes from, we'll stay with him until he dies. Like, okay, maybe we'd worked for him for a few weeks, and then we decided to be in a relationship, and then suddenly, like, within a week or two, somebody found out we were sent to the depths, and now we're magically in love. What the fuck is that bullshit? Because they don't do, like, okay, obviously when he stabbed us in that one ending, he was like, it's been over a month. Like, it's been long past, but they don't tell you that. Like, so you have no sense of time, so it just seems rushed and forced, and I don't know. But in this, you kind of, this to me almost, even though they don't tell you the time, I feel more like, okay, so we're going to stay with him until he dies. And then it's not like, oh, it's 2 days later. It's like, okay, it's been a while. And then he's slowly dying and we're building in this relationship. And now when he dies, it's like, oh, now I feel like I miss it. And maybe not because I'm madly loving him, but more like I cared about him and he was a good friend and I did love him a little. And you know what I mean? And I feel like that missing is better. The romance is almost better in this bad ending than it was in the good ending. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, that's all we're doing. We've got 2 more endings to do. So the next part will probably be short. But I mean, I technically could have waited on this one. And I was like, I probably should have made this part a little bit shorter than normal, but it is what it is. So the next part will be super short. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.